Every time I blow out this smoke, in my mind, I hear the beginning of hits from the bong. I hear down down. As the smoke dissipates, I hear it.
Oh yeah.
We
How
used
can you
to,
not?
we would like wait, like if that song was coming on, you know what I mean? We'd be like, wait, 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 let it out.
I worked with Be Real back in the day.
You what?
Cool.
Be Real?
You lived with him?
No, I
Worked.
worked with them.
You worked with him? What do you mean you worked with him?
Hits from well on the movie Shade.
Oh, okay.
He
Okay,
had a late.
cool.
Yeah, he
It
did
was
some
awesome. He
acting,
had
I
a
think.
custom. Yeah, he acted in it. He had this Lakers shirt on jersey on the back. It said Kush. That was
Nice.
really sweet.
That's sweet, man.
All
All
right,
right,
I lived with him.
let's hit this, motherfuckers. Ready,
Uh,
Solo?
I'm ready. The Falcons look like Super Bowl champs. The Bucks look like stupid bowl chumps. Can the Rams find a way to get it together as the Jags wait to see what's happening? Regal Beagle pop up in Green Bay. The Bills were only a 2 point conversion away. It's the last week. I'm not Greek. Sun Bowl was amazing. So was that kid Carson Beck. So let's strap one on and get this thing rolling. I have my doubts, but let's see as we sit down around the couch.
Welcome to Around the Couch, an NFL podcast brought to you by the DVR Podcast Network. Check us out at dvrpodcast.com. We just finished covering Mayor of Kingstown. Soon we'll be covering A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the new Game of Thrones show on HBO Max and HBO and whatever it's called. And Solo and I soon too, in a matter of days or weeks, will be covering Hijack Season 2 with our man of the hour, the Tower of Power, Idris Elba. But tonight we're here to talk about the NFL Week 18, talk about our picks as well as the Week 17. I'm Axel. Here with me, of course, is Heath, who gave that very beautiful intro. We've got Brett live from Sun Devil Lambeau Stadium. And we've got, he just disappeared. Oh my God, magic. And we've got Ando, who's got a Vikings hat on. And what is that jersey, Ando?
Gophers.
Oh, okay. The Golden
Ah,
Gophers.
So one
Seems
of their
like
alternate jerseys.
seems like everyone has an alternate just black jersey, right? Like does every team just have an alternate black jersey now? Right?
I don't know if it's now, but yeah, there was this time period where it seemed like every alternate, especially in college, was black. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah, this one is
Oregon.
2 or 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
This
Oregon
jersey.
played in black this weekend, and I was like, not a good choice. They always look
And
better in the green.
NFL too, though. Eagles, the Lions have a black.
yeah.
Jets do too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jets do too. Um, anyway, I don't know, guys. I just wanted to start out the pod before we hand it over to go into the red zone,
Red zone.
and say that we made it to the end. This is our last picks of the year, right?
Yeah.
This is the last week in the NFL season. We've got later we'll go over how we are going into the end of the season, but I want to thank everyone for listening. We did it. This is season what, 3 or 4 of Around the Couch? Three, right?
Four.
Four.
No,
Yep.
Four?
4.
this is
Season
season
four.
four, Axel.
Okay.
One more and we
Yeah.
get syndication.
Wow. That's whoa. Send the checks, please.
I
DVRpodcast
want
at
Falcon
gmail.com.
Crest, Dallas, and then us
Nice.
on
Oh,
the
could you imagine?
Yeah,
TV
our
land.
first season was 2022. So
Oh, maybe we'll be like Bill Simmons on Netflix, and he's getting pumped up on Netflix. I like that. But anyway,
And
I
two
just
of our
wanted to
teams have
say,
never made the playoffs in the history of Around the Couch.
God.
well, my team hasn't made had the playoffs in the history of my son, so that's a
Oh
little bit
God.
different.
Oh,
Yes, he has never known the Jets to be even remotely good. So, well, the Fitzpatrick years, I guess that was the one
Fitz
year.
magic,
Yeah, that was beautiful.
you know.
But great year, had a great time. thanks everybody for listening. Our longtime listeners, our Patreons, our Kellums, our Mannies, our listeners out there. I saw Kellum left some comments on our YouTube as well. We've done YouTube this season has been a big hit. We've had fun doing the YouTube, right?
Yeah.
That's been
Mhm.
fun. Anyone want to add anything? Andy, have any ruminations about this season of
Oh, I think we
podcasting?
need to thank that glorious mustache that showed up on last week's YouTube
Oh,
broadcast. If anyone hasn't seen
that's
that yet,
true.
Brett's
That's true.
video. There's a rumor.
Yeah.
I'm looking through. I think there's a lost video. If I find it during the pod, I'll play it for you guys. But there may be a
Holy
lost.
cow.
I only played 3. There was a 4th one.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
well, it was a blackout night for me, so I don't
Yeah,
remember how
so-
many video messages I made, but
How many
Last thing I did-
crumplers?
right, those non-alcoholic crumplers, man, those.
I'll
Whew,
get
Brett,
you.
Brett
That's
was
they
something.
sneak
hitting-
up on you, Brett. You got to watch it.
Let me tell you something. Soy milk, when it gets rotten, it's like alienation. It becomes alcoholic. It can turn you different ways.
well, I decided to trim the stash and dye it back to
There you go.
light brown.
good.
So
Yeah, I like it.
Oh.
for tonight.
How about you, Brett? Any year wrap up, since it's a new year as well? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, it's been a fun season.
Thanks, Uncle Solo, Uncle Hee.
It's been fun being on YouTube this season for the first year. Looking forward to doing that again next year. Also, I'm pleased with how I've been picking over the last 5 weeks or so. Definitely turned it around. So
Amazing.
I'm feeling
That-
pretty good.
That
Is-
is
are-
the story of the season in the picks. Definitely,
Are you-
Brett's ascension?
Are you doing that much well, or am I doing that much shittier? I want to know.
It
'Cause I'm awful.
both had to happen.
I'm freaking
Had to
awful.
Yes, two
I'm-
not related but convergent trends. There we go. That's how we'd say it.
Wow.
As awful as you are, Solo, you still have the lead going into the last
I know
week, so-
how. That's why I'm like, am I just awful?
Well, you're trying to do everything you can to torpedo it, because I went back and looked. I hadn't updated the overall weekly sheet like that I keep since day one.
Right.
And but percentage wise, you had the second worst week of anybody ever this last week.
Yeah.
At-
It was
Oh, only the
213 and
second?
one.
It wasn't the first?
Axel was 2-11 back in 2023, which is technically about 0.3 percentage points lower on the winning
Oh,
percentage.
thank God. I mean, I was
it's good. I
awful
still
this
have the
week.
record. I
Oh,
am a
because
Jets
of the
fan. I
push?
own that.
Yeah, 213
Okay.
and 1 rises above 2-11.
My Cowboys got a tie this year, and I got a tie. See? And then a little push a roosh.
Solo. Any
Yes.
memories of this season that you want to bring up before we move on?
Well, kicking it off in Portland as we done 2 years in a row.
Yes,
It was,
that was awesome.
I mean, granted, the set of Shogun almost went up in flames.
Yeah,
Joe
still-
Bear almost got
still not
sold.
clean. Yeah.
sold
I was
the
trying to recreate the
Vancouverians.
first season of Shogun where everything gets destroyed. I figured we needed to do that in Portland too.
And me and my buddy Brett, hey, should we do something? And we kind of look, well, and Ando's
Seriously.
cooking away.
Let me tell you something. If
Flames are-
Ando wasn't there to turn off the propane,
Oh.
unscrew it, and yank it and run the other way, we may have all died. Like that may have exploded, and there would have been shrapnel and
And
all.
you know, I think you were even yelling at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "We gotta remove the
you
fuel
were so
source here,
smart,
man."
man. You were so
Fucking
smart,
Ando,
dude. You
man.
saved our lives, Ando. You saved our lives.
He saved more than
Seriously.
our lives.
I think I was the first one to mention, hey, do you have a fire extinguisher
Yes.
nearby?
Yeah.
You were.
And
my
then
God.
I took Brett's, do you have that? And that's when I went, and then it was 30 years old or whatever.
Wow.
Oh,
well,
boy.
God. And
Anyway,
the grill is
so-
still not clean, by the way.
We're
Just
still
like-
here.
Luckily,
So-
there was a nice brush pile underneath the grease fire, so if it would have gotten out of hand, we could have burned the whole house down. So
I know.
So 2 things from saying that. One, I almost wish it blew up because then I wouldn't have to watch this freaking season that I just experienced. But no, it's been fun. It's always fun. It's a little, again, I talk about how there's not as many dominant defenses, and the star power but We got new stars on the rise.
Yeah.
So it's bright for the future because we got some quarterbacks that are starting to make their move, and I like that.
And there is a couple dominant defenses now too. Texans, Broncos are pretty damn good.
No, again, let me
They're coming
reiterate.
back.
I'm just saying there's a quarter of the teams have a really good defense and the rest are mediocre, average. That's what I'm saying. Like usually there's at least 10 or 11 defenses like, oh man, but I could be thinking of the 90s as I always do. So
okay, well, before Solo starts talking about the 90s Cowboys and Michael Irvin running around on the sideline like a crazy person in the game on Saturday, or it was. Let's I guess that's it. Do you want to move into the red zone, talk a little playoffs and get it moving? Red zone.
All right, guys. Yeah, red zone. Red zone. I figure, we could talk about, the playoff picture as we've been doing it, anything from the weekend, but we can also parlay that into making our pick. So,
Playoffs.
Anybody got any
playoffs?
I mean, there's not really that much to say yet because the teams are all decided. It's just a matter of what order they play in. So,
no.
There's
Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
I forgot Baltimore, Pittsburgh, but
Carolina, Tampa Bay.
But both of those, I think we all agree, those two, whoever wins those games is going to be sacrificial lambs, aren't they? I mean, do we really see any of those teams going past the first round?
Come on, Andy. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
I do. If Lamar is actually healthy, like all of a sudden miraculously he's playing, then they could easily go to the AFC Championship because he's fucking Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But their defense isn't that great, but he can score, and you have Derrick Henry. So I do think. Do you want me to go? Were you cueing me for the article, Solo? I missed it before.
I was cueing myself
because
I wanted to say something, but then I forgot what I was going to say. So
do you want me to just run it down from the article?
Dude, Axel, take the reins. You're like Dean Martin in Airport. Just take over.
Well, I think that ended with the plane going into.
No, it didn't.
Okay. Well, all right, let's go. So first seed, as it stands now, the seeding is Denver, New England, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, Houston, Chargers, Buffalo. The only team that has a shot of getting into the playoffs outside of that is, as we said, Baltimore. Baltimore and New England are win and you in. Win and you're in.
No, New England's already in.
No, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. I apologize. Yeah. Pittsburgh.
I didn't know if something changed.
No,
I know.
Classic Northeastern teams got them mixed up. Now, Denver can clinch the AFC's #1 seed by winning or tie or New England loses. New England can clinch the #1 seed by winning or Denver loses or ties, right?
And so we got Trey Lance going on and the playing for the Chargers this week, just FYI.
So that's what that plays into it. Jacksonville can clinch the AFC South and become the #1 seed if Jacksonville wins and both Denver and New England lose. Jacksonville can clinch the AFC South division by winning, or Houston loses. So they too are in a Houston, but Houston can clinch only by winning and Jacksonville losing. Right? So in Jacksonville can win and they're in. Houston, they have to win and Jacksonville has to lose. You get that? And that's it for the AFC.
Yeah, that's not much.
That's it.
Yeah, we kind of called it. We were like, what are going to be the big games in the last week? And we got fool's gold with Tampa and Carolina because even if Tampa wins, they still probably aren't going to go.
Still need help.
Because the Falcons decided to beat up on the Rams.
Yeah. What do you guys think about? I just think it's kind of, you look at Denver, New England. We talked about this a bit, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. But to see it be Denver, New England, Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh.
That's just, I like that. I'm happy about this.
Yeah.
I am happy that it's not Kansas City and Buffalo and Baltimore and Cincinnati, or you know what I mean, like the same old teams that
Yeah.
we've been seeing. Like it makes me happy. Any commentary there, Big Brett?
No, I agree with you.
Good. I like
I
that.
always like to see fresh blood. Um, that's the NFL is designed that way. That's why it's surprising when teams like the Jets and the Falcons go so long without making the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Panthers are another team that could break their streak this year of I think 7 consecutive non-playoff years. So,
Yes, that is
but
true.
yeah, I love the turnover in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Agreed, bro. Well, let's jump over to the NFC. You have the seeding is right now Seattle, Chicago, Philly, Carolina, San Francisco, LA Rams, Green Bay. And then on the outside looking in is no one because Seattle can clinch the NFC West division title and the number one seed if they win or they tie. Carolina can clinch the NFC South division title with a win or tie or Atlanta win.
Yeah.
San Francisco can clinch the NFC West and the number one seed by winning. Tampa Bay can clinch the NFC South by winning and it plus an Atlanta loss or tie. So basically it is, I guess it really is Carolina or Tampa Bay. I shouldn't have said nobody, but Carolina or Tampa Bay will win. And that's really the only game. That game matters. The Atlanta game matters too, but only in reference to those other teams, not the
Yeah, and
actual
just the
team
number, the
playing.
seeding is really the yeah.
That's funny, isn't it? That is kind of, I think that is kind of cool. What do you think? How do you feel about that? What do you want for that game? How do you feel about who you want to take the division, Brett?
I mean, I think it's hilarious. I definitely want Tampa to win on Saturday so that that game actually decides the division, because I fully
Yeah.
expect the Falcons to blow it, and Tampa to end up taking it if that plays out that way. I do think the Panthers probably win on Saturday and make it a moot point, but it's it's just funny that because uh, the tiebreaker is because if the Falcons win and Tampa wins, there will be a 3-way tie atop the NFC South at 8 and 9, which is hilarious because the Falcons were officially eliminated mathematically like 4 weeks ago or
Yeah.
something, but yet they could still tie for first.
If
Crazy.
they had beat the Jets, they'd be playing for the division this weekend, Brett.
The Jets.
You
There you
know,
go.
Oh,
the
The
Jets.
Jets
If the
game or any
Vikings would
number
have
of other games that they
This
blew.
is around
if
the
the
couch
Vikings would have
fucked
beaten
up
the Falcons
Falcons.
would be in the playoffs as well if they win this weekend.
Oh shit!
Oh
Look at
man,
that! Really?
Yeah.
we are all just
Wow!
sabotaging ourselves.
Oh
Yeah, if
my
the Vikings win,
god!
they'll finish at 9-8, and one more win
oh
would have got them
wow.
in.
Yeah, and all of our teams were watching a Dallas Cowboys game and got drunk and lost the next game. That's what happened. So that's how Heath figures the Cowboys figure into it.
There is
Man.
something here. This
It
is
happened.
especially for you, Axel, because the Jets are just what they are right now. And I saw this from Schefter a week or so
Oh
ago.
God, here we go.
Well, no, this is a great stat.
Oh, okay.
The Bears, when they won and went from worst to first,
Yeah.
in 20 of the last 23 years, at least one team has won its division after finishing last or tied for
Okay.
last in their division,
All right. I like that.
which is crazy when you think about it. I didn't think it happened that often, but it must. So
Well, the Jets have set a new record for futility, right? With 4 games by more than 23 points in a row.
But if you
That's,
finish last in your division a few years in a row, I think it negates.
Yeah. And we can all at least still make fun of the Giants because 2 years in a row they have won a late season game that is going to cost them the number 1 pick in the draft. So congratulations, Giants, for doing that again.
Oh, at least the Raiders are honest. We don't want to win.
Yeah.
And actually, I think he's sitting out this week, so he can't get it. But Sauce Gardner actually was eligible for the number 1 draft pick because I think he's 2-12 this year. Because after he got traded, the Colts went 1-6.
So that's pretty good, Ando. I like that. All right, Ando saved the podcast with a good joke. What do you guys think? Seattle, Chicago, San Francisco. we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, Solo, that
Mhm.
we hardly ever talk about the Rams, the 49ers, or the Seahawks on this podcast. We really just don't mention them a lot, you know? And
No.
they are
Well, we've
those
talked
three
about the Rams
teams.
quite a bit the last few weeks, but we
You think
haven't
so? I
talked
guess
about San
last few
Fran
weeks.
at all,
Okay.
really.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're 12-4. I just don't think of them as such a strong
Yeah.
team. You know, I
So,
kind of
and
feel I don't
get
know.
this, I've got some notes on San Francisco, and until I read this, I'm like, maybe Kyle Shanahan should be coach of the year because in the last year they traded Debo. Brandon Ayuk has basically been MIA all season. Kittle missed a large chunk. Purdy missed a large chunk.
Yeah,
Fred
yeah,
Fred Warner, I mean, he's out for the year. Bosa is out for the year. Their
yeah.
first round draft pick tore his ACL and hasn't played. It's freaking impressive that they're still 12-4. I mean, they did have an
It
easy
is.
schedule, like we all said, but they still played the Rams and the 49 and the Seahawks twice. So it's
Yeah. I
impressive.
mean, yeah, it's this is I mean, again, we've said this a few years in a row probably, but it's just a weird year. It's just one of those, it seems like any conference is there for the taking. I mean, the Rams, I thought were the best team. Now they're not even going to win their division, going to be like a six seed, and they have to go on the road and probably play Philly or Chicago. And I don't know how comfortable I'm feeling saying the Rams can go to the Super Bowl if they have to go on the road three times.
Devontae Adams really affected that offense, man.
Yeah.
Really, he really did. Because I was trying to watch them, and then I was like, wow, really impressed. And then he went out, and I was like, just not that Puka isn't amazing, but having that other
Oh no, it's
reliable is like,
and
Stafford needs that.
Axel, it goes back to like back in the day when it was like, oh, I mean, the Keyshawn Johnson, Wayne Corbett thing, like where some receivers aren't as, are better with the
Yeah,
duo.
yeah,
Now
yeah,
Puka can do it, but you add they have two number ones that just there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's easy to double team and try to really blanket someone, take someone out of the game. You can't take Puka out of the game because
no,
Sean McVay, they're good at
Puka.
him still being there. But to not have Devontae, I mean, I know the Cowboys aren't apples and oranges, but when CeeDee Lamb was out, yeah, Pickens was great,
Yeah,
but they weren't winning, So
they
it
need that.
just
Yeah,
you
they
that
leave
1-2
some.
punch, the Jake Reed, Randy, what was it, Jake Reed and Chris Carter.
Well,
Jerry Rice,
Jake Reed,
John
Chris Carter, and
Taylor.
Randy Moss.
Come
I
on,
mean, they had
that's
three of them on
yeah,
that
of
team. But
course.
having a change of pace like that is what really, like Moss and Carter were two very different wide
Yeah,
receivers, and it helped. It's like Puka and Devontae are very different, but they complement each other so
they
well.
do.
Yeah.
It really, yeah, it's hopefully for their
Um,
sake, Devontae gets healthy before the playoffs.
yeah. The big surprise in the NFC is Chicago, right? Wouldn't you say? Chicago and I guess potentially Carolina. But I think a lot of us did think Green Bay, Rams, San Francisco. Oh, Seattle, obviously, we just talked about that.
I didn't think Seattle
No,
was
we didn't.
gonna.
We didn't. But yes, that's one of the reasons I think we haven't talked about him a lot too. Is just so and it's Sam
Yeah,
Darnold.
three out of the four of us picked the Seahawks to finish dead last,
Yeah,
and Brett had them all the way at third.
yeah.
So we
So,
really did not have
Brett's
much faith in the
but
algorithm is
Seahawks.
better
the
than
big
ours.
disappointment has to be our boy One Mike's Detroit Lions, man, at 8-8 currently. This just has not been their season. That team of destiny, and of course, Minnesota too.
It's my
Your
density.
Vikings, the Dallases, and Tampa Bay just fucking breaking down
Oh,
at the end of the season.
like Claire
Well, the
Danes broke
second
down
half of the season.
Palace. Yeah.
It's a
The
good
Vikings
movie.
really, I mean,
Remember on the
as
roof?
as
Oh, sorry.
well documented as the quarterback troubles are here, what really killed the Vikings is injuries. The first half of the season,
Yes.
when they didn't have Van Ginkel and
Yep.
Cashman on defense, it killed them. And
Oh
as soon as
yeah.
those two got back, their defense has been a top 5 or top 10 defense the last half of the year. But they were already in a hole so damn deep they couldn't dig out of it.
Yeah. And one of the things, most important
Yeah.
parts of what you said is Van Ginkel, because I just like to say
Oh,
that. Van Ginkel.
He's amazing.
isn't that what Dennis Leary sings
Van
in his
Ginkel.
song, my down in the Van Ginkles of
Oh, really?
cockles.
His nickname here is Gink, as everybody calls him, just
Oh.
Gink. So,
I remember
Gink
Dennis
sleeping.
Leary's song "I'm an Asshole." I love
Yeah,
that
that's
song.
the
I'm
one.
an
oh
asshole.
yeah, who doesn't remember that
Yo,
song?
yo.
Yes.
Maybe
Um,
you
all right, so that's the playoff rundown. I think this is my overall heading into the last week, which is gonna mean what we talked about, but there's most of the people are gonna be watching what I've been watching for the last month and maybe 6 weeks, which is preseason football, right? Where they're just basically like kind of maybe testing shit out or just trying to play the game and get it over with. But there's going to be some interesting games. But I think the playoffs look very fun. I think it's going to be great. I
Mhm.
think we're going to get surprise. It's just a good thing that Patrick Mahomes is not going to be in the Super Bowl. I love Mahomes, but it's good, right? And I hope if the Eagles got knocked out, I would be like,
Oh,
yes, that would be so
that,
exciting, you know?
yes. Well, I
So,
think you can tell just the last couple weeks where the teams that still have something to play for, those games have been awesome. All the other games have been, like you said, preseason games, but like the Seahawks game, the games where two teams are playing for something have been all great the last couple weeks. So
oh
I'm
yeah,
very
no, yeah,
excited for the
just
playoffs.
going into this week, not much though.
Yeah.
Solo, anything else you want to? I kind of took over the red zone, but
No, I'm glad you
anything else
did.
to say?
Um, Not really.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking
Let's,
forward to
yeah.
getting this regular season over with and getting
All
on to the
right.
playoffs.
Let's pick it, bitches.
All right, let's pick it. Pick it real good. Fun.
Down, down, Uh, yo,
Ow,
baby, yo,
Brett.
let's make some picks tonight. Ando on the mic, cause he's doing it right. Yeah.
Go, Axel. Go, Axel. It's your
Brett, what's
birthday.
happening here? I'm scared.
The two singing guys. And we're
Yeah.
like in my
It's Friday
screen, we're
after
like
New
on one
Year's.
side.
I'm used to it
It's
by now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brett doesn't even whip an eyelash or
I
whatever it's
should be. I
called
don't know what's yeah, I don't know.
because we one up it every
All
time.
right.
Yeah.
Take it away, Ando. The
Okay.
pick
Well,
zone.
last week Brett won the week, 6 wins, Axel 5. I had 4, and Solo had 2. Between me and Solo, Solo had a bad week. I
Mhm.
also put up one of the top 10 worst weeks we've ever had, either so of all time. So, way to go us. I think that was probably our worst week ever. I didn't break down that number, but going into the final
Ugh.
week, Solo has a narrow 1 game lead over Brett and a 2 game lead over Axel. I'm still 12 back, so I'm pretty safe, Solo. I'm
Wow.
not coming back, but you got two.
And
It's a three-way dance here.
I'm going to say this right now because I'm picking second. I'll make sure that we have at least like 3 picks different because like from Brett and then Axel maybe try to do that just so we can have some fun. I'm giving you guys so because I could easily just go with Brett
You can
and
match
be an
every one of
asshole,
my
match
picks like a
everyone, Brett. He
true
could do one
a-hole.
switcheroo, and all
You
he
do
can do
that
is
though, then Axel picks last, so then Axel's gonna
That's
come in the back door and steal it from both of
that's
you if
true.
you
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
so
No, which I cannot do. I just can't do it. It's just like when I try to make the list of my favorite movies and they always end up coming out with my film school list. I just can't do it. I have to pick the team that I
that
think
you
is going
think,
to
oh,
win.
you
I
good.
have to do it. I just do it. Let's all just pick the
Yeah, we owe you.
just
Yeah.
pick the team you want, Solo. If it happens to be what
Oh,
Brett picked, I don't think you should pick differently. I think
okay.
you just pick what you were gonna pick. And plus, who the fuck knows this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like fucking week 1 or
Well, Brett's
something. You know what I
algorithm,
mean?
maybe.
Like, and I guess we all did watch the preseason though, which was the regular season. But anyway, can I just say it is hard for me because there's a part of me that feels like I won. Didn't I win the first year, right?
Yes.
Solo won the second year. And I kind of feel like this is Brett's year, but I'm not going to self sabotage.
Brett, he just
Not going to
jinxed
do
you.
it.
The jinxes are already happening.
I feel like it's Brett's year. I just do.
But hey, whose year is it in college
Yeah.
football, folks?
Like,
He's solo.
Well, usually
There
it's
you go.
Brett's year every year, but this year Solo, you're
Oh,
gonna get it with Miami.
that was cold. I actually watched all the
That,
college football games this weekend.
No, I meant
that
more the
was
Brett's
Solo.
pools.
You got it. You're going down now.
I meant Brett's pools. I wasn't even
Oh,
talking about the.
I thought you meant his team losing.
Oh no! Oh no! No! I wanted Miami, Georgia. I wanted Carson Beck against the old.
All
You
those
know.
QBs excited me,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you, they did. As a Jets fan looking to get a QB, I hope a lot of them come out. Some good performances.
SMU up 24-0. Solo. So.
Take it
Yes.
away, Ando.
Yeah, sorry, I was
All
letting
right, all
Solo
right,
getting
sorry.
getting
Yeah.
his
I'm
victory
getting
lap
my
in here.
end of the. It's not official
Yo,
yet.
yo, yo, Ando, yo, let's make some picks, baby.
Okay. Second, I'll add a few other playoff things as we go here. So only one team is actually locked in their seed. It's the Packers at 7. So everything else is that's insane going into this late. First game, 8-8 Panthers, the 7-9 Bucks. Panthers win or Falcon. Yeah, we know all that stuff. Carolina beat the Bucks 2 weeks ago in Carolina. Carolina has not swept this series since 2017. Bucks are favored by 3 at home. Brett is first, then Solo, then me, then Axel.
Right.
It's a big chess game tonight, fellas. This is for the jersey.
Oh man, Brett's first.
Yep.
Oh boy, this is gonna take a while.
Is it?
Well, it is already.
Oh
I'm
wait,
going to agonize over every pick, Axel. So
No, Brett's drawing it out so he can win. He's rope-a-dope and Solo.
oh,
But
shit.
he
Oh,
already has an algorithm. He should
okay.
have his answers.
Yeah. Okay, so we're doing Panthers at Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm going Panthers +3, baby. I like Carolina. Carolina's the better team here, and they're at home, and they're getting points.
Oh, baby.
Bucks, Tampa Bay's at home, not Carolina.
yeah, it's at Tampa.
Oh shit, is it?
Tampa's favored by
Oh,
3 at home.
My bad. Okay, I'm still taking the Panthers.
I've been riding and dying with the Bucks. This is the one they pull out and then lose in the playoffs. Give me the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucks too.
No,
It's
we're
Baker
screwed.
time.
Axel goes Panthers, then we're screwed because the Ando Solo duo isn't been good lately.
I hate to say it, but I think that this is when Baker pulls it the fuck together and they make the playoffs. Yes, I'm taking the Bucks.
Brett
You
doesn't
don't hate
try.
to say that.
Brett
I
doesn't
know.
even try, and he
I
gets
don't hate to
Revis
say it,
Islands
though.
handed to him.
I love Baker Mayfield, EGOT winner, future.
Love it.
I'm gonna write the play. He wins his
When Brett's
Tony
1-0 after this game on Saturday, I'll be like,
And
what
it's tied. Yes.
cast recording. You know, it's easy to get an EGOT because you can get the Tony and then you can do the cast recording and get
Yeah, the Tony's the hard one.
Grammy. No, it's not. The Oscar is the hard one.
Really?
You can
Tony's
do an
pretty hard,
audio
too.
book and get a Grammy. You
No,
know what I'm
I
saying?
said
Like
the Tony, I said,
I
is the
know.
hard one.
Well, the tone. I guess you're. Well, I don't know.
Tone-
I don't know about that. I think it's easier to get into a play than it is to be in an Oscar-winning film.
Okay,
a
who's
Tony
drawing
winning
it out?
film?
all right,
now?
let's
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
All right.
around the
That's a
couch.
film list. That's a
I don't
film
know
list
why the
discussion.
heck we got to EGOT. Oh,
Okay.
Gotcha.
The
We
gummy.
got the 13-3 Seahawks at the 12-4 49ers. The winner clinches the NFC West and the number 1 seed. If the Seahawks lose, they fall to 5. If the 49ers lose, they fall to 5 or 6. The 49ers have won 7 of their last 8 games against the Seahawks, including 17-13 back in Portland in week 1. Seahawks are favored by 2.5 on the road.
Ooh, so 49ers are on a hot streak here. The line is moving towards Seattle, and there's a reason for that. Give me the Seahawks -2.5.
I'm gonna go with Brett. I was gonna go Niners, but I think Seahawks got this one.
I watched most of that 49ers game, and damn, I have been very hard on Brock Purdy over his year. He looks like a different quarterback. He looked great in that game. McCaffrey looked great. As long as McCaffrey's healthy, I think the 49ers win this game.
I am worried that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl after watching that game. I'm taking the 49ers.
They looked good.
Well,
They
they
look
could lose and
great.
still win the Super Bowl.
That's true.
They could.
Next up, we have the 6-10 Saints at the 7-9 Falcons. Falcons won 24-10 back in November. Atlanta hasn't swept this series since 2016. Will they do it by winning this week? They're 3.5-point home favorites, Brett.
Well, the Saints are going to be marching in, and they're going to take this game outright. Give me the Saints +3.5.
Ooh.
No Olave. Give me the Dirty Birds.
Yeah, I'll go Falcons here.
I gotta say,
You hate to say
caw,
it, Axel.
caw. Give me, give me the
Is that-
What
Falcons.
Saints
Is that a
do?
dying Falcon?
Dying
So you're going
Saint?
Saints?
That's a dying saint.
That was a bird.
Oh, I should have said this during the Falcons game, but I have a Kirk Cousins stat.
Oh,
Everyone remembers
ooh.
how, especially when he was with the Vikings, he got roasted all the time for not having success on prime time. 0 for 9 on Monday Night Football. He has now won 6 of his last 7 Monday Night Football games. So it's now
Whoa.
prime time Cousins now. So Brett, maybe you
Wow.
need to
You
keep
like
Cousins
that?
as your starter next year.
You like that? Or just start him on
Well,
primetime
actually,
games?
the Falcons overall are like, I think 8-2 over the last 10 Monday night games or something ridiculous like
That's
that.
crazy. I
So
didn't know they were
it's,
that
yeah.
great on Monday night. Next up, we have the 4-12 Browns at the 6-10 Bengals. Bengals have won 4 in a row in this series and won 17-16 all the way back in week 1. Bengals are favored by 7.5 at home.
Oh, give me that dreamy Joe Burrow to cover the spread here. Bengals.
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 You're on mute, Axel. you're not.
Browns.
Oh,
Ooh, Revis Island on the Browns. That's always a bold pick.
7.5. They want to win. They want to win this
yeah,
game.
Evan Agee.
And Miles Garrett wants this sack
I think
record too.
I think as soon as he gets the sack record, I think it's over on that game. But
The Bengals
next up, we
defense
have the
still
8
sucks.
and
Is
8
he one
Colts.
away from tying or one away from
One away from
having a
passing.
record?
Half away
One-
from tying, one
One
away
will
from
pass.
beating.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
That you got the 8 and 8 Colts at the 11 and 5 Texans. The Texans can get the 3, 5, 6, or 7 seed. Colts are out. Houston won 20-16 back in late November, and they have also won 4 in a row against the Colts. They're favored by 10 at home, Brett.
They could get the 3, 5, 6, or 7, but they really want the 3, and they're going to get it, and they're going to beat down the Colts. Give me the Texans minus 10.5.
Axel
10.
Foley's. Axel Foley's Riley Leonard is getting his first NFL start. Give me the Texans.
And
Oh, sorry, Texans.
again, and I'm not fucking around here. That's too many points. I'm taking the Colts.
Oh,
Next up.
Axel's going to fucking win this thing.
Shut down the algorithm, Brett.
He's going to win it with the Browns and the Colts. Damn it.
Oh, God. If you win it with the Browns and the Colts, you deserve to win it, I guess, huh? The 3 and 13 Titans at the 12 and 4 Jags. The Jags can get any seed except for the 4 seed. So that's just crazy on the last week of the season. They've won 3 in a row against Tennessee in their last 6 of 7. They won 25-3 in late November. Jags are favored by 13.5 at home.
Ooh, this would be way too many points under normal circumstances, but I'm laying them here. Give me the Jags.
Give me the Titans and the points. They've been playing better.
I'm going to take the Titans too. 13.5 is a little much.
Too many points for me. And Titans have actually been scoring some points. So I say Titans.
Next up, we have the 9-6-1 Packers at the 8 and 8 Vikings. Packers are locked into the 7th seed. Packers won this matchup 23-6 in Lambeau back in November. Packers have not swept this series since 2019. Vikings have won 4 in a row. The Packers basically have rented out the whole Green Bay hospital with all the injuries they have. The Vikings are favored by 9.5 at home.
Damn, that's a lot of points. I'm going to go Packers.
Who's starting for the Packers? It's
That's a good question. Willis is
Peter
still
Tom
highly, is still
Willis or
questionable.
something?
Yeah, I don't know who they signed somebody else. I'm not sure who's playing a quarterback.
Oh, I knew who they were, and I wasn't impressed. Give me the Vikings.
I'm going to take the Vikings here too. They want to win this game. They're going to be trying. The Packers are going to be resting to everybody.
Oh, the Cowboys are gonna be resting. All right.
Well, the Cowboys might too. We'll talk about them next.
They've been resting since September. Who's Axel taking?
I'm taking the Packers.
This is
Next
a swing game. This is a Jersey swing game.
The
Packers,
7,
Vikings.
8 and 1 Cowboys at the 3 and 13 Giants. Cowboys won 40-37 back in week 2. That was an awesome game. I remember a lot, really fun. Cowboys have won 16 of the last 17 matchups in this series, including the last 9 in a row. Will they make it a 10-game winning streak over the Giants, Brett? 3.5-point favorites on the road.
They could by a field goal and still not cover. So I'm going to keep the trend of picking against all of our teams this week, and I'm going to take the Giants plus 3.5.
Cowboys are banged up. Giants are banged up. Who cares? Believe Dak's going to play, but how long? I'll take the Cowboys anyway. Why not?
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Who'd you say, Solo?
I saved nobody, but I did say the Cowboys.
Yeah, you're on Revis with the Giants, Brett.
Oh, guys,
Right.
hold on.
What?
There's
Oh, shit.
I found Brett's message.
Oh my God.
Shit, play it.
Oh,
I gotta.
all right.
Yeah,
Let's load it up here. Let me load it up on
He's
the
got to
thing,
switch.
Solo.
He's got to
Here.
switch screens a little bit
Yeah.
when he loads up the message.
And whenever. Okay, look. Ready. Oh, play. There it is.
Hey, y'all. McConkey's was insane, yo. Oh my God. Axel was getting lap dances up and down the aisle. The crumplers were flowing like a rainy day of meatball showers.
Oh, Brett, this is a great one, Brett.
Anyway, it's 4 a.m. I don't even know where the hell I am anymore.
I'm glad you trimmed that mustache up a little bit.
I was
looks a lot better this week.
Wait, it's not live. Remember, this is a recording, Andy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm talking to Brett. I told him I'm glad he trimmed his mustache up. It looks like shit in the message.
It's good that he's pausing though when we want to talk.
I feel like there's voices in my head, y'all. I'm trying to find the College Football Hall of Fame and the light's not on. And oh my God, I got a feeling and a hunkering for. I feel like it's 1977 and Son of Sam down here in Atlanta trying to kill the vibe. But John Leguizamo, I love you. Tell him I love you. One Mike, it's been an honor. I love y'all. I just want to say it's 4 a.m. and I'm feeling fine, drinking wine and ready to dine. And I got to make a prediction. Solo, I was thinking, I think your Canes are going to go to the national championship. I feel it. My algorithm was tickling my toes and getting into my nose. And I think the Canes are going to lose to Indiana, but Solo, they're going to make it. So there's my prediction from the future or the past or back to wherever I go, Hilldale or, hey, Doc, we got to go. All right, y'all.
How did this turn into Back to the Future all of a sudden? I don't understand what's going on.
What a Brett, that
was
Solo. You missed. We couldn't do 5 screens at once, so that's why Solo had to leave.
Well, I was listening. I was listening to Brett's message. There's wild stuff going on after that McConkey's Christmas party.
That was crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof,
I don't remember that, but
yeah. Hey, Brett, you know what though? You got home safely, right?
Yeah.
I did.
Did you call Axel or text Axel? You were home.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I
that's
texted
why.
Axel as soon as I got home safely.
Oh,
that's
boy.
good news.
That was a good. Brett. I'm glad you're safe. Oh, I feel
on that.
I like that jersey I was wearing last week too.
You were wearing a Gino Torretta. It was incredible. You were like something happened there. Hopefully, there's a lost video with you and some Miami fans. What happened? I don't know what happened, but maybe we'll get it someday. We'll find the video.
I'm sure we will.
Hopefully, we'll find that next week.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
it's in the cloud.
Next up, we have the 3-13 Jets at the 11-5 Bills. Bills can get the 5, 6, or 7 seed. Buffalo won 30-10 back in week 2 and has won 4 in a row against the Jets. Bills are favored by 7.5 at home.
I'm gonna go with the Bills minus 7.5.
Josh Allen's gonna play. We don't know how much, but even with Trubisky, give me the Bills. Sorry, Axel.
No, don't be sorry.
Yeah, I want to take the Jets here, but I'm going to take the Bills.
Me too. Bills.
Is that our
Oh, do we
first
have-
sweep?
Yep.
I think so.
Oh, we got
We
6
should
and
avoid
7
sweeps
this
anyway.
week, huh?
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Yeah, a bunch of late games.
Yeah. So there's like
Six early, seven late
seven
games.
late
Yeah.
games.
That's
6
unique.
early game. Yeah.
Well, because
Crazy.
I know now they try. You remember before? I remember before because the Cowboys were playing the Eagles, and I think Washington had lost, and then all of a sudden it was like the Eagles were eligible to go to the playoffs if they beat Dallas, and then they crushed them. So now they try to align anyone playing in the same block. They
Yeah.
want to.
Well, and it helps now that they don't release the schedule for Week 18 until
That's
after
true.
Week 17, so they can
Yeah.
kind of set it like
And-
they should.
And
Yeah.
the Panthers, Bucks, Seahawks, 49ers are both Saturday games.
Saturday games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we missed that. Well, actually, Ando did, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Next up,
Did I
we
just
have
throw
the
Ando under the bus?
yeah, that's all right, Gabe. That's
Oh,
okay.
Jesus. Is this thing on?
I got thick skin. Next up, we have the 8-8 Lions at the 11-5 Bears. Bears can get the 2 or the 3 seed. Lions are out. Lions have beaten the Bears 6 out of the last 7 matchups, including the last 3 in a row. In Week 2, Detroit won 52-21. A lot has happened since then. The Bears are favored by 3 at home, Brett.
Well, for my friends Catherine and David, I got to go with the Bears at home and lay the 3.
Bears.
Yeah, I got to go with the Bears here, too. They're going to be out for revenge after that big massacre in Week 2. And they're
I
a better
wish. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ando. I
Go
wish that I could go on a Revis here and say the Lions are going to find their gusto and go out strong, but I don't think so. Bears.
That's next week after the season's wrapped. The Lions are one of the teams I want to talk about a little bit because just a crazy team. Next up, we have the 11-5 Chargers at the 13-3 Broncos. Broncos clinch the 1 with a win. Denver can get 1, 2, or 3. Chargers can get 5, 6, or 7. Chargers have won 3 in a row, including in Week 2, 23-20 in LA. This time they're in Denver, and it's a 13.5 Broncos favorite at home.
I kind of like the Broncos to run away with this one, so I'm going to lay the 13.5.
Trey Lance starts for the Chargers. They are banged up. They're going to be more about resting. The Broncos want that 1 seed in the worst way. This is 44-10.
Yeah, Sean Payton's an asshole, so he's going to run
Broncos.
that score up, and they're going to win big. Just Broncos.
I'm going to agree, and I'm starting to see a trend that maybe there's a reason why all these games are late games.
What's that?
Not good.
Next up,
no.
Well,
yeah.
if we all pick them, we know they're going to lose because
Yeah,
that's how
shit.
we do, apparently.
Yeah, apparently a lot.
Next up, the 6-10 Chiefs at the 2-14 Raiders. A very different Chiefs team beat the Raiders back in October 31-0. This time the Chiefs are favored by 5.5 on the road.
Give me the Chiefs to close out their season and Travis Kelce's career with a victory by more than 5.5.
I will not take the Raiders ever again, even next year. Give me the Chiefs.
I got nothing to lose, so I'm going to take the 5.5 point home dogs. Raiders.
There you go, Ando.
I agree with Andy. Yeah, Chiefs are just they don't give a fuck either. So I think, yeah, this could be Pete Carroll's last game as a coach.
Yeah, that's why the Chiefs are going to cover.
Good point.
Next up, we have the 3-13 Cardinals at the 11-5 Rams. Rams will get the 5 or the 6 seed. Last time they played, the Rams won 45-19 in Phoenix. That was about a month ago. Rams are favored by 8.5. Brett, who is going to win between the two teams that abandoned St. Louis?
This is a tough one for me. That's a lot of points. I don't know how motivated the Rams are going to be. I'm going to go. Oh God, am I going Cards plus 8.5? I see the Rams winning by like a touchdown, so give me the Cards plus 8.5.
McVay says starters going to play. He doesn't say how long. I think the Rams, because of they've lost a few, they need to at least have 3/4 of awesome football and hopefully run it up. So give me the Rams to get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, the Rams do not want that 6 or 7 seed. They do not want to go into Chicago or Philadelphia. They want to go to Tampa or Carolina. Rams are going to win this by at least 10.
Shit. I want to agree with Brett, but I can't. Yeah, I got to take the Rams here. The Cards are just very bad. It wouldn't be hard to beat them by 8.5.
Next
Yeah.
up, we have the 7-9 Dolphins at the 13-3 Patriots. The Patriots can get the 1 seed with a win and a Broncos loss or tie. Pats can get the 1, 2, or 3 seed. The Patriots won this game 33-27 in week 2. The Patriots are trying to sweep this series for the first time since 2016, which is crazy because the
Wow.
Dolphins have had some rough years. Yeah. Patriots are favored by 11.5 at home, Brett.
I like the Patriots.
Yeah, it's weird because there was a lot of times the Patriots would go down and play in South Florida, and the crappy Dolphins teams would beat them. It's just like it was like the one team that could beat Tom Brady on their home field all the time, and but like it was always. It seems like every team we always have that one team where you're like, what? It's the division. But the Pats are fighting for one. They're going to be scoreboard watching. Are they? I just think Quinn Ewers. I like him. I wish he was a Jet like Axel. That was a secret late round pick. I remember he wanted for the Jets. I'd like to see him mature and go, but not today. Give me the Pats.
Yeah, the Patriots have been hearing all that talk about they haven't beat anybody, and granted, the Dolphins really aren't anybody either, but they're gonna try and prove a point here and make a statement. I take the Patriots here.
It's a sweep. Pats. I said it.
You did.
Next up, we have the 4-12 Commanders at the 11-5 Eagles. Eagles can be the 2 or the 3 seed. Eagles beat the Commies 2 weeks ago, 29-18, and have won 5 out of 6 from the Commies. This is the one stat I'll give besides the Kirk Cousins stat for this. There have been 10 games where a team has had less than 5 yards passing in a half this season. The Eagles have 3 of those 10, and they won all 3 of those games. Eagles are favored by 4.5 at home, Brett.
Checking his Sun Bowl playbook.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles minus 4.5.
Oh, snap dizzle.
Eagles.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not enough points for me either. Eagles. Commies are bad.
Come on, Axel. You know you want to.
Fucker.
You can do it, Axel.
No,
You can't.
I can't. I can't do it. I want to do it. I want to say, come on, Commie. I don't know. Let's see.
Commies, Browns, and Colts on Revis Island would be a hell of a way to win the jersey, Axel. I'll say that for you.
No, I'm not doing it.
Do it.
Nope.
You can
Eagles.
do it.
Eagles it
you
is.
doing?
It's a sweep.
Our final game for the season: 8-8 Ravens at the 9-7 Steelers. Winner will clinch the North and the 4 seed. Loser is out. Lamar Jackson has not won in Pittsburgh since 2019. Last time the Ravens won in Pittsburgh was 2022 when Tyler Huntley started the game. Ravens are favored by 4.5 on the road.
Ooh, that line keeps going up too. But before I make this pick, I would like to use a switcheroo.
Well, I knew
And
it.
I would like to change my Packers pick to Vikings minus 9.5.
Oh, you changed.
Ooh.
See,
And in this Sunday night game, I'm taking the Steelers plus 4.5.
Whoa.
Did you do a little calculation there, Brett, to see what you needed to win? Is that the ones that did part of the switcheroo thinking?
It was a game. It was a game I've been going back and forth on all day, and it was 8.5 earlier in the day, and I was leaning Vikings, and then I don't know. So I'm just going to stick with the Vikings.
Times. It was like at 6.5 a couple days ago, and it just keeps going up.
Yeah.
well, we do have 5 games different.
Me too.
So it'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go Ravens here, but in this rivalry, I always take the points. I'll take the Steelers.
I hate the Steelers so much. And you know what? I have went down the ship with the Ravens many, many times this week. I probably have gotten most of my games wrong on the Ravens, but I'm going to take the Ravens one more time. What the hell?
Well, Andy, I guess I'm going down on that ship with you, my friend, because I'm only doing this because LaMarvelous is back and he was like, motherfuckers, I'm here to play. He seemed a little pissed off. I don't know what's up with Lamar. I've heard that they treat him differently on the team. He gets that kind of superstar treatment, so he's like late for meetings. There's like kind of like a discipline issue or something, or maybe sometimes he just kind of gives up on the season. He's like, we're just not, we don't have it this season. You know,
Yeah.
did you hear that noise? That's my dog.
Huh.
He's trying to get out.
Something about playing video games all night instead of looking at film, or maybe
Yeah.
those thrown out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The-
saying. Like,
The
but,
other thing
you
I
know,
like about the
Kind of like
Ravens,
a
though,
problem we
is
had with Brett.
after I ranted
know,
last
him and
week
Joe
with
Bear in the
Solo and
red
I
zone.
about Derrick Henry's usage,
Right.
yeah.
they actually used him this week,
Yes.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, Harbaugh remembered I have
That's
the
what I
best
was gonna
freaking
say,
running back
yeah.
in the last 10 years on my roster. Maybe I should
Yeah.
use him.
We're gonna have a fun
Yeah.
time watching Aaron Rodgers lose on Sunday night, baby, because
Yes.
Lamar and Derrick Henry are gonna go off. It could be close, but they're gonna go off. I'm taking the Ravens. That's it. Bam!
I'm doing a switcheroo.
Whoa!
I'm using
Oh!
a switcheroo.
Oh, here we go.
I talked
we're
him
just in
into
the nick
it.
of time.
No.
Let's hear it, Solo.
Which one?
He's gonna leave us
Which
hanging.
one?
That was it. He's just
Which one? Which game?
We get to decide.
Which game?
They'll
Ravens. Give
decide
me the
Sunday night which one. Which
give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens instead of the Steelers.
Oh, I'm on Revis with Aaron Rodgers.
Did I talk you into that with the Derrick Henry stuff? Solo.
Yeah, because I totally forgot about Derrick Henry, to be totally honest with you.
Guess what, guys?
Are you switcherooing?
No,
You use
no,
one?
no.
Oh, come on.
Just kidding.
I
Just
don't
kidding.
use many. I don't do switcheroos
No,
many.
no switcheroo.
Okay, do
I'm
we
good
have
with
a
my
tiebreaker
picks.
in place?
Good. I'm
By
good.
the way,
Well,
if this
if it
Um,
ties, I'm gonna give it to you because you haven't won a jersey yet. Like I will still be
No.
the champion, but you can
I
have the
wa-
jersey. No.
I,
What?
I like that, but we should have a tiebreaker in place. Brett's right, because I could tie with you too, Solo. We could all tie.
actually, yeah,
Why don't
okay.
we do
so I
this?
just did the math, and
Okay.
if there's not a push, okay, Axel and Solo have 5 different. Right now, Axel's 2 behind. So y'all are not going to tie if there's not a push.
Okay.
Okay.
Me and Heath now have 6 different after his switcheroo, and I'm only 1 behind. So we are also not going to tie unless there's a push, of course.
Okay.
But if there's no pushes, I don't think we can tie.
Okay. If there is a tie, I think we should then go to first week of the playoffs, right? But
I
not
agree
a
with
lot
that.
of games.
I appreciate the sentiment,
It's
Solo,
simple.
but I don't want to be gifted this thing.
Simple.
I would
I
like,
knew
I
that,
would like
Brett.
a,
Of
a
course,
All right.
yeah.
tiebreaker.
That's
We
fine.
had
I like it.
something- I'll go back and check the tape. We did something last year where we set something. We could just make we could figure out what that was and
First
have
week
the
of
same
the,
tiebreaker.
I bet you it was
I
first
think-
week of the playoffs.
I think we
Yeah,
might
I
have
think
said
it
full
was.
playoffs, but let's first week. But what if we all pick the same? I know
Then
Brett.
we go to
won't.
the next week.
The second week.
Okay, and
Or the
maybe
next
someone drops off. Say we would have a 3-way tie.
If it's tied all the way through, then you just give it to whoever hasn't had it yet, or who has
That's
been the longest time since they've won it.
Or
when we
who's
get
had
to,
the
no,
most
when we get to the
winning
Super
weeks.
Bowl, you predict the total points scored as like the
Thank you.
5th
Why don't we?
tiebreaker or
Why don't we have
whatever.
the tiebreaker? Whoever had the most winning weeks of the regular season.
because it makes
Shut
it more
up, Heath.
fun to have something that you can actually
Saying my wave sounds
decide
better.
on the pop. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like,
even.
that's-
And I don't know who won the most.
That's
weeks.
retroactive, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm pretty sure you won the most weeks solo. I don't
We
think
could
it's
figure
even-
Okay,
that
let's
out
go
right
with that.
now.
Okay, we're gonna go with that then. No, that's fine. No, that's
You won like 8 in a row in the
That was
middle. I don't
very
think
good.
anybody
Solo.
caught
That
that.
was very good.
yeah. No, oh, that's right. Yeah, no. Let's whatever you
Yeah,
guys want to do. I
That's
like.
Super Bowl.
I
The
like
most fun.
doing
That's
it.
what makes it the most fun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
then
down
you,
with
then
the
you have
Brown.
something else to look forward to. Like, oh, we picked the points now,
Yeah,
But
sure.
I think Solo,
I'm-
you're in a good position. You're in a very good position.
I'm
But
in a
these
wonderful
games
position.
are weird. You are.
but the
He
way
is
this
coming
year's
off a
going.
2-13 week. So
That is
Yeah,
well.
but I shake it off, Brett. I don't
Shake it
wallow
off.
in the mire.
Traditionally, when Solo has a bad week, that's
I come back
he comes back
swinging.
strong with a double-digit
Yes.
victory wink.
I mean, I
He's
pay
gonna
Ando a little
stare back
extra,
and
but
forth.
thank you, Ando. I
Not
appreciate
enough.
that. Not at all.
Right.
Oh, a little extra though.
All right, gentlemen. Are you guys going into the
Love seat?
love seat? Are you doing the love seat?
Do you guys
Did
want
I
to?
make you the
That's up to
did I
Brett.
do
He's
love
the one
It's
that's
up to you,
gonna.
Brett.
we can do a little bit of a love seat. Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm
So
going to
we'll
make Andy the host then.
live on the pod. Or did you
You are now the
pause?
host, Andy.
I am the
I'm just
host.
going to let the recording go. I'm going to dip out. Love
Let
you
my
all. I'll
recording
listen to your love seat
go.
later because I
All right.
watched the games, but I don't really have anything to say because I don't even remember which teams were playing.
Thank you,
But-
Papa. Thank you, Papa.
Bye bye. I'll be back next week on Around the Couch.
Welcome to East LaGuardia. Okay. We live on love seat. Brett sat on our face on love seat.
Heyo.
There's Ando playing with his ankles. Solo's here with Fandango. Da 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 da. Oh, it's only murders on the love seat. Only murders on the love seat. Okay, we're here on the love seat, college football edition. It is getting crazy out there in crazy land. That's where we're at. He's Solo. Oh, you all know Ando and Mr. Bretto. Well, yeah. So we had the semifinal games. We didn't really comment on the quarterfinal games. We didn't do a love seat last week. Correct, Ando? It was just me and you,
Correct.
right?
Just me and you. Yep.
That was the pod that it was just me and
Well, me and you and Brett's glorious video recordings that he left us.
yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes, Brett. And we had a new one this week. It was really fun. I know there's one more somewhere, but we'll figure it out. So let's just currently as we record this, SMU's up 24-6 on Arizona, but Arizona's got a 4th and 6 on the SMU 10. So
The context of that game is the bowl pick'em pool, which is a margin of victory scoring. Heath Solo is currently in the lead by 22 points. The second place guy has Arizona in this game. So Arizona needs to win by 22 or more points in order to take the lead over Solo. Otherwise, Solo is yet again the grand champion of the bowl pick'em.
wow, it would be my second one, gentlemen.
And it's
And
and
I
you only
tie
pick
Andy.
10 bowl games. You don't pick all the bowl games in case
Yes.
that's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, Solo's looking
Also, the
good.
Duke's Mayo Bowl is also going on too. Not really anybody cares, but Wake Forest
Oh, yeah,
is beating
Duke.
Mississippi State.
I love Duke's Mayo though.
It's worth watching just to see the coach get the Mayo bath at the end, which is always hilarious.
I first had Duke's Mayo in Portland 2 years ago. The first time I went, and I
Same.
fell, and I was like,
Yep.
how haven't I not been using Duke's Mayo this whole time?
It's very good.
So I'm just gonna go over the scores real quick from the semifinal games. And why are they not coming? Oh, because I got to go to the CFP. Sorry. Okay. Alabama beat Oklahoma, but that was in the quarterfinal. So we move on. Miami, my Canes defeat Ohio State 24-14 in the Cotton Bowl. Holy cow. Just saying, didn't do it. And then on New Year's Day, we at the Rose Bowl. Jack Scagnetti. That's what I call him. Indiana 38, Alabama 3.
After my Alabama rant a few weeks ago, this was my favorite bowl result of the entire tournament. I was justified in not having. Oh, that game was amazing. Indiana's freaking good too. So,
because I live close to Pasadena, so I was, of course, years bartending. Everyone who went to the Rose Bowl, a lot of them stayed, and so I was visiting a friend. We were at a friend's bar on New Year's Eve, and a lot of Indiana fans are in there. So
Well,
I
I'm
was
sure
like,
they've
oh,
never
so I got
they've never been there. I mean, hell, they've never
yeah,
had
I
anything like
love
this.
talking to the fans. Like I remember when I first met Nebraska fans and different fans that just traveled. I couldn't get over. Like when I was seeing, I'm like, wait a minute, thousands of you are coming to the Rose Bowl. I just thought that's awesome. The Ohio State Oregon year, there's one year they played, and we had so many fights in the hotel. It
That
was
doesn't surprise me. I know a
oh,
few
it was
Ohio State
crazy.
fans.
Yeah, it was, and then someone goes, I got hit. He goes, who'd you get hit by? I go, this Oregon guy. He was a drunk guy with a Corona, and he had something. I forget what he said. It was like, yeah. So you hear on the security guard, we need a young kid with a Corona, and it's like, really, young kid with a Corona. There's like 1,000 of them here. Uh, sorry, Brett. In the Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss beat this team from down south 39-34. That's Georgia. I can't believe that. And then Oregon shut out Texas Tech 23-0. So that Big 12 looking great.
Big
Anyway,
Ten looking very good too.
well, I was being facetious. Big
Ah,
12.
yes. Big Ten actually looking good. Two blowout wins.
Yes. All right. So do you want to get it out of the way, Brett? Or do you want to go last? Or do you even want to talk about Cash Jones?
Yeah. It's just it's disappointing that it's the second year in a row that Georgia won the SEC, got the first round bye, and then lost in their first game. And I know a lot of people are saying that the bye is a disadvantage. Now teams are 1-7 in the first 8 games here under the new format. And now I'm starting to think maybe they're onto something there. Up until yesterday, I was thinking you could blame a small sample size. And that's probably still true. But selfishly, now I'm kind of rooting for them to go to a 16-game playoffs so that Georgia does not have to get a bye anymore. Because there's probably there is something to the momentum factor where you get to play the first round game. The layoff is not as long. Ole Miss gets to play Tulane,
Well, I don't
in the
even know if
first
it's that the
round.
layoff isn't as long. It's that they get basically everybody you're playing hasn't had the layoff, or they've had the same amount of time off, I should say. Like because Ole Miss played last week, so I think that's a bigger thing is that the team you're playing in the bye week has already had a whole. I don't know. Sorry, continue, Brett. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. And that's kind of what I meant as well, is like the momentum of not just practicing all month long, but actually getting a game in, getting real and like getting the feeling of, yeah, we won a playoff game. Fuck yeah, let's keep going. And so you have everybody you're playing in the second round feels good about themselves because they've already won a playoff game.
Mhm.
Whereas you got to kind of ramp up the juices or whatever. So maybe there is something to that. Um, Georgia's too good to have lost 2 straight years in their first playoff game. That's the most disappointing thing to me. I'm not expecting a national championship. Obviously, it would be nice to see them go on a long run. I would be I say this now, I'd be less disappointed if they had lost in the final or the semifinal. Maybe that's actually not true if it had played out. It probably depends on how gut-wrenching the game was. But it's just disappointing. And I got to say, Kirby Smart made a bunch of right moves this year. He did a hell of a coaching job. I think he should be in the running for Coach of the Year, although he will never win it ever because it always goes to a school that overachieves.
Well, Cignetti's
But
getting it. I mean, he's getting it no matter what. I'd be shy. I'd be the upset of the century if he didn't.
well, the Texas A&M guy, I think, has a chance. But where was I going with that? Okay, so just the game last night. You had a fake punt that worked beautifully. but then you had a questionable fourth down, going for it on fourth down, down by 3 with 9 minutes left on your own 30-something yard line, which did not work out. And Ole Miss promptly scored a touchdown to go up by 10. So that was probably the wrong decision. Even with that, though, Georgia was still in position and probably should have won the game when they had stormed back, got a touchdown, got the ball back, was driving, playing out just as you would have hoped. Had the ball down by 3, time is running down. They're running down the clock. They have a first and goal on like the 5 or 6 yard line with 2 minutes left. I think it was right around the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, a field goal should be off the table because you don't want anything to do with overtime. Overtime is such a crapshoot, and you cannot stop Trinidad Chambliss at all. Like, so it's 4 down territory. You should go for the end zone, and also you should run out as much clock as possible. So what should the play call be? You should just run it 4 straight times. I know it's cliche to say that, but you're on the 5 yard line. You run it on first down. I think you get down to the 3. At that point, I would just give the ball to Gunnar Stockton. And I think Greg McElroy even said this on the broadcast, and he was right on. Just give it to Gunnar. He's already scored 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. Ideally, you would get it down to like the 1 yard line, and you'd be 4th and goal from the 1 with like 20 seconds left. And then you either punch it in or you lose. But you don't settle for the field goal and go to overtime, especially not with 50 seconds left after an incomplete pass, where just makes it more excruciating that you could have run the ball and maybe got it down to 20 seconds, then kick the field goal, which if you wanted to do that, at least you don't leave them enough time to win the game in regulation. As it turns out, you leave them too much time, they go down, they kick a field goal, and you lose. But that sequence there, Georgia was in perfect position to win the game, even after all of the, tough decisions, the battling all game long. They were in position to win. And I think, and I don't say this much about Kirby Smart, I don't think he made the right decision there by not treating that as 4 down territory. That was totally my mindset. The entire drive, that last drive, was you got to punch it in, especially when you got a goal to go situation.
Right.
So that's my 2 cents. It's brutal. I keep replaying it in my head over and over today. Like I just need some time to kind of get away from it, and I'm sure I'll be fine. But right now,
you're totally
it's
right
a
with the
pretty
way
fresh
Chambliss
move.
was playing. You're totally right. Why give him any time? I mean, that's one thing I wouldn't. I mean, you can at least have a little solace. Chambliss played. That's one of the best college quarterbacking games I've seen in a long time. I mean, he was awesome in that game. Why would you give him any extra time at all? I couldn't believe it either. I was completely agreeing with you there, Brett, because he was amazing in this game. It was just it was like I texted on the text chain. It was like Randall Cunningham stuff out there, running around and making passes that you were just pulling out of his. It was amazing. It's a tough loss though.
Even after, I disagree with the play calls, but even after the incomplete pass on 3rd down and you're like 4th and goal from the 5, I would still go for it, because if you score a touchdown there with 45 seconds left, they don't have enough. They're down by 4. They would have to score a touchdown. They're not going to drive, all the way down and score a touchdown in 45 seconds, 99 times out of 100. So that would still be win the game there or lose the game there, but that's what I would do. Kirby Smart disagreed. I guess he was playing for overtime. I know Georgia has a pretty good record in OT games, but it's just such a crapshoot every time a game goes into overtime that I don't want anything to college OT. I have grown to hate the college overtime system. I used to think it was pretty fun, but over the past couple of years, I don't know, maybe it was that Georgia Tech game, the 8 overtimes, where it was like, the 2-point conversion thing, back and forth. And I just know they got to, I wish they would overhaul the overtime rules. But
The thing that I
anyway,
think is so weird about that too is when you talked about that punt that he didn't do and he went for it. It was like he didn't trust the defense then, but then he did trust them to hold at the end on a field goal after when he kicked the field goal instead of going for the touchdown. I don't it's really weird. You're right. Smart usually doesn't make those kind of
and I
plays.
think the reason why he went for it on fourth down there in his own territory was that he did not want to give the ball back to them where they had a position to score a touchdown and make it a 2-possession game, which is exactly what they did. So it's
Yes.
almost like that's a decision where I don't trust my defense enough to, you know,
I guess in my mind though, I trust them more on an 80-yard field than I do on a 27-yard field or whatever, a 33-yard field or whatever it is. But
yeah, and I agree. I think they should have punted it there. Um, I I agree with that. But anyway, even after all that, I think they still could have won. But
they
Oh,
totally still had a
totally. Yeah.
chance for sure. The when you mentioned too before that the bye teams are 1-7, it's also the first time that a conference Indiana is the first conference champion to get to the semifinals, which is
Oh,
another crazy
wow.
stat. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah. Indiana being the one team that won after a
yeah,
bye.
yeah, the
Like,
only conference champion to get to the semifinals since they've gone this way.
wow,
do you feel Indiana is just a team of destiny or density? Am I density?
I
Well,
don't think that I don't really believe in
Destiny?
teams of destiny very often, and I don't. I think if they win it, it's because they're the best team, and I
Cool.
think
Brett coming in hot, but in a good way.
I think no, they've earned their number one ranking all year long. I think I had them in my rankings. I don't think I ever had them number one until they beat Ohio State there, but they were right there, arguably the best or one of the three best teams all year long. If they win it, they've earned it. Now it's football. They could lose. They could lose their next game to Oregon. They could lose to Miami in the championship game.
Like that
Um,
though. I do like that.
I don't
Like
even
that
know if we want
loss
to
to
talk about the
Miami.
Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin fiasco, but they could lose to Ole Miss in some crazy weird game in the
Yeah, this is
championship
weird.
the
game. Who
the
knows?
thing with
But
Indiana. Oh, go ahead, Britt. Sorry, continue.
no,
Sorry.
that was it. It's just that they're the best team remaining right now.
I don't think it's so much a team of destiny. And the thing is, nobody is really talking about this. And if they are, I am missing it. But it's a Mark Cuban thing. He dumped a ton of money. He's an Indiana alum. He dumped a ton of money into their NIL
Oh,
program
that's
a year and a half ago. Is it really a big
oh
surprise that Indiana all of a sudden is great? I mean, Miami has some huge donors. Oregon has Phil Knight. The teams that are dumping the money in are
yeah.
now, I mean, they're producing results. I mean, Signetti's a great coach for sure, but all that extra money. What uh, did we just find a lost voicemail?
No, 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 no.
Oh, you're
I'm
just getting a
just
little.
I bought a mustache so I could be like Brett. It's like a well, no, I didn't buy a mustache. It's a filter. So it looks like I'm Brett from after a night of
I just thought you were getting
McConkey's.
cold. You needed a little warm above your.
I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this mustache for. The one thing I'll say about the Oregon Texas Tech game, the one thing I'll say is love you, Oregon, but man, some of those uniforms, seriously, I know they have 90,000 different variations, but I'm in a playoff game. Go to your traditionals. Come on,
I don't think they
give
have a traditional uniform. I think they've
son of a
literally
bitch.
worn a different uniform every single game for the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
think
you're
they have
right.
a traditional uniform anymore.
Nike
Well,
U, of
yeah, they
course.
probably don't. Well, the had they used their regular Oregon helmet a lot, or is it always has that always changed
I think
too?
that always changes too. I mean, I guess
Jeez.
there's probably some like standard logo or something, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just it's too much
It's
for
always
me.
something different with them. Always. I mean,
Okay. Well,
oh, I shouldn't say always, but every time I see them, it's either bright yellow or bright green, or maybe it's white, or maybe it's black, or maybe it's.
yeah, I guess I mean call me old school or just I don't need crazy designs on my football field, but but
Yeah.
it's just like for the playoffs, I just would love the traditional uniforms, like people changing it up and stuff, even for some of these bowl games. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not Florida International, Atlantic, or whatever. That's, you
Well, and
know,
they know it's a recruiting tool because the kids, young kids coming out of high school, love all these alternate uniforms and love
Yeah,
all of
that's
these.
true.
Like every time, even our little tiny high school, local high school here, when they get new uniforms, it's like the kids, it's the biggest deal in the world that they have these new
Yeah,
uniforms and new.
I should definitely put myself back into the nostalgia machine
That's
and
yeah,
know like if I was playing and we got new uniforms every freaking game, I'd be like,
yeah.
it'd be exciting.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true.
that's how I look at it because I would also love the old traditional uniforms too, but I'm like I get it because the kids are gonna be kids, they're gonna love that stuff. So
Yeah, all right. I don't want to take everything away from the kids. I took enough away.
yeah, fuck them kids,
So
right? So
yeah, the bump assist dogs. But
Well, Georgia
um,
always wears their traditional uniforms, so
thank you, George. I love you, Georgia.
yeah, you have different program philosophies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But the thing about Indiana, and the current climate today with the NIL craziness is that like Texas Tech basically like bought a team, you know.
yeah,
You're going to have these like 1 year blips where you have donors like pouring in NIL money
Mhm.
to go for it all 1 year, but you're not going to be able to do that every single year.
you
And I
can't.
think we're going to reach a point where there's not like unlimited money. Like right now, it feels like there's unlimited money, but there's no like return on investment. Eventually, these donors are not going to be donating, you know, $20 million every single year. They're probably going to
Yeah,
get tired of it because you're not going to win the championship every year, or hardly ever will you even be in contention.
Or if they
So
do win it, they're gonna be like, I won my title, I don't need to pay anymore, and that might be fine with them. I mean, I could definitely see that happening too with mega donors.
yeah.
yeah, so it's just a weird spot, like
I
and
wonder
you're
if
probably
Joe
going to see
Biden
this other
donated to
programs.
Syracuse to get our NIL. Sorry, sorry.
I
I was
don't-
just thinking. I was just
Anyway,
thinking.
so it's like I worry about that. Is that
Yeah,
uh, this money is? I don't think this money flow is going to continue at the rate that it is. And so I'm like Mark Cuban. I mean, he's rich enough. He could. I mean, he could donate. $100 million every year for the next 100 years.
Yep.
But most people can't do that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. Eventually, some of the money is. I mean, well, it's like Phil Knight with Nike. He's not going to run out of money either. So Oregon's probably going to be a contender every
Yeah,
year from now
right.
on until he's gone.
And it's like the rich get richer concept, where I think it's like right now there's more parity than we're used to, and it's fun to see new teams have a chance like Texas Tech. That's awesome. Now, are they happy with their season because they made it all the way to the quarterfinals? That's a pretty damn good year for Texas Tech. But are they satisfied? Are they going to keep pouring in that same amount of money every year, thinking this is good enough?
Yeah.
They're going to pour more money in. They're going to pull back. So uh, I think the richest schools will reach this equilibrium point, and you're going to get back to like the blue bloods controlling the sport because they've reached this
I
equilibrium with
I don't know
their
if it'll
donors.
ever. I don't know if it'll ever get back to how it was like with say when Alabama was at their prime. Because there's still going to be, even though there might not be the mega donors going, there's still going to be more money out there. So teams like Bama, when they were in their dynasty level, they were hoarding players. So like their fifth string guy would have started for 90% of the other teams. Now those teams are going to say you can start and you can still get 100 grand or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
think they can
Yeah.
hoard talent like they used to. I mean, and
No.
Georgia was great at doing that too. Your guys' depth was always so amazing, where it would literally was next man up, and the next guy up would be 90% of what the first guy was. So I think it
Yeah.
will. I don't think it'll ever get back to that completely, but I think it will to some extent, just not quite to the level that because the level of the haves and have-nots in college football definitely has, like you said, there's way more parity than there has been in a long time. So I don't think it'll ever get completely back to the way it was, just because of
Yeah.
the hoarding of depth and talent is not going to be what it was. I don't think.
Well,
But
and that's the thing, Ando, is like the where the parity was. I mean, if you look at the history of college football, I mean, your service academies and those were the big, private schools were the big, and then all of a sudden it changed. But then you got to the point where, like you were saying, like the Oklahomas, the Nebraskas, especially in the 80s and into some of the 90s, they had talk about depth. The best players were like, I'd rather be a third string on Oklahoma than go to Miami of Ohio. No one's going to see me or
Yep.
whatever. But then as television and eyeballs started turning, because remember, like when ESPN started putting the MAC during the week towards like the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, which they still do, but and it was like, oh, we're on national TV for a game. Now it's kind of like with streaming, with every, I mean, you can get exposure, so it's good, but yet it seems like the NIL can kind of rein it back in a little bit, but you will get some. Like I could see if the Michigans, the Nebraskas, or whatever really, putting in more money than normal schools can. But I still think we may have the rent a years, or I mean, the portal changed everything, of course. Because
Yeah.
before it's like if you had a great recruiting class and you were doing well, you might have 3 to 4 years of, or probably 3 years of, Colorado Buffaloes with Hagan and Bieniemy and all,
Yeah,
and you would
yeah.
have
Now,
that.
like if
Now
you're buried
it's
as the fourth string quarterback at Alabama, you can transfer to wherever the next season. You
yeah,
don't have to sit behind everybody because
and you're
it's
getting paid. I mean, you're getting
yeah.
paid and you're playing, and that's the
hmm
whole point. You want to play.
Yep.
So, but I think too, a lot of these pipelines too. I mean, if you're a college football player, it's a good chance. Even if you're a backup, you could probably get a local job pretty easily because
Yeah.
you're a little
Job.
known. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, even after college is what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah,
So,
that's for
so
sure.
because being like a college celebrity, like that goes. I mean, look at the Boz. I mean,
hmm
when you really look at the Boz, as fun as he was, and I loved him to death. You had the steroids thing or whatever in college, and then played for what he played 3 seasons, I think, for the Seahawks, but did never play a full season. It's his last season was like 2 games or something, and then Stone Cold and doing stuff, and now it's Fanville, but now appearance money or being like a Oklahoma Sooner. Now it's just it's amazing how the stronghold of college football, just being a part of a great school anywhere, and you can have some sort of life if you don't make it as a football player. But now these players are taking more chances. Like, yeah, I got a decent name. I'm living in Nebraska, but I can get paid 120 grand and get some sunshine and maybe play more.
Yeah.
So it's interesting now. It really is. And I don't know. I just college football has gone through so many changes and so many different aspects of everything. Um, it's tough. It's not really a well-oiled machine anymore. There's a lot of change going on, and we're trying to get it right, but it's hard when you have 150 schools or whatever, and you're trying to condense it down to a playoff system, and hardly anyone plays each other. So, and then when they do, I mean, thank God Miami got in over Notre Dame, but it's just. But
Yeah.
like what I'll say about Miami real quick, it was a great game. I mean, it's weird being. I mean, I'm a Miami fan, but they haven't been like national title. I mean, they've never won the ACC. But like this is like a Cinderella season. But the one thing about Miami is they always had the athletes, like the SEC athletes. But it's been a while since they had blue chip quarterbacks. And with Cam Ward last year and Carson Beck, I mean, he's still doing really well, and he's more of a game manager, it seems now. But that defense has stepped it up. But they never had the blue chip quarterback. They always had the athlete, and they never really had the coaching. I mean, you had um what's his face? Well, Larry Coker won a national title, but Butch Davis turned that program around. And then after Coker, it kind of, you know, went the way of mediocrity. But it's crazy that Miami's in the semifinal and they almost didn't make it. They didn't even win the ACC. Wasn't even an ACC championship game. That's just a weird thing that happened with Miami. They were ranked higher, but yet with the ACC tiebreakers, they couldn't go to the ACC championship. That is still weird. I don't know. It's kind of
It's so dumb.
yeah, it's
hmm
dumb. Let's face it. Um, you know, so it's just this buy thing is weird because how did freaking Georgia, I just don't understand how they're 1-7. The guys who got the bye 1-7. That
Well, and I mean, part of it last year too. Who Boise State was one of them, and who was the other? There were a
well,
couple
that's
bye teams that
true.
shouldn't have been. So
That's right.
Arizona State.
yeah, it still could just be an anomaly. But even with some of this year, I mean,
And
the teams
Oregon
that
was
lost,
the 1 seed, Ando,
yeah,
and they had to play Ohio State, right? Is that what
yeah,
happened? Like,
and
Yeah.
but the teams that have rested have looked rusty, even the good teams a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
So I think there is something to it. Is that the other team? I mean, they played the week before, so they're a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, maybe it should be 16 teams. I mean, I actually would be fine with 16 teams because then I'm not a huge fan of bye weeks in the NFL either, so I would be fine with it, but I don't know. We'll see what
yeah.
happens.
The only problem with 16 teams is what is the point of playing conference championship games anymore?
Well, I've
You'd
never
have
been a
to.
huge fan of college conference championship anyway, since there was the playoff system. So yeah, even back when it was the BCS, I wasn't a big fan of that anyways. So it just seems like a money making opportunity for the conference. But I'm fine with a regular season champ in the conference, and then you go to the playoffs. That's my personal preference. So I totally get somebody doesn't like that idea.
Yeah, I think now with the playoff system that's in place with, the 12 teams, the conference championship and if you go to 16, you can't have a conference championship. I don't think you can a championship game. I mean, maybe the
Yeah.
smaller schools because they're fighting for,
And I mean,
but
I think most of the teams that are in the big conference, like the Big Ten or the SEC, where they've got a split division, most of the time the division champion on both sides is going to win or is going to be in the tournament if it's 16 teams. Anyways, I would think I might be wrong on
yeah,
that, but do you really need to have a conference championship play? I don't know. I mean,
I
I
don't
might be
think
wrong on
so.
that. The Big Ten didn't have one for a very long time either, so I
Yeah.
was used to not having one for a long time. They were one of the last teams to actually have one, so I don't know. I'd be fine with eliminating it
I was
personally.
I was fine for why it was put in and when it was put in, but it's changing now, and we don't need it
Yeah.
anymore.
I just
Um,
it would be sad for me because the SEC championship game has been pretty great for almost it was the first one like 1992 and then other conferences
forgot it
started
went back
copying
that
that.
far.
But so many great
Oh,
matchups with all like Alabama versus Florida all those years.
well, yeah.
And
I
then,
mean,
you
we're
know,
we're getting the thing is we're getting an amazing game taken away from us, or maybe a couple, but the
So
SEC championship is a must see. But we're getting so many great playoff games with SEC teams, so you know,
maybe what
right.
the answer is because the playoff committee basically told us this year they don't matter anyways because Alabama still got in after getting crushed in the SEC title game. Maybe you announce the 16 team playoff before the conference championship, so there's no what, and then you still play the conference championship. But then who's going to want to start their players? So
yeah.
I'm
It
I
was a
don't know.
good idea when it first
Yeah,
started out of your mouth.
it was. I changed course mid sentence there
Yeah,
actually as
yeah,
I
and
was
then
saying
it,
it, but like I said,
Unless
when
you
they
consider it
basically
a play, if I don't know how you would incorporate it into the playoff system.
yeah.
Whereas, yeah, I
I
don't
guess
know.
part of my like going back to my Alabama rant when they basically ignored the fact that Alabama got smashed in that last game and still didn't drop them at all for doing that. They have proven that the conference championships do not mean anything according to
right.
them at this point. So eliminate them all completely. Then I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because I love the conference championship games because you had that and then only a bowl game. Like that
Hmm.
was the lot, if you got Alabama, Georgia, whatever, at least I get to see them in a bowl game now against someone else. Now you may see them for 3 or 4 weeks. So you get, so you
If the CFP wasn't there, I would still want to have the bowl championship or the conference championships. But with the CFP there, these bigger school, I mean, those schools are going to be fighting for the CFP anyways. I would rather not have my guy. The Gophers are probably not going to be a conference champion anytime soon. But if they were, and their starting quarterback got hurt in that conference championship game, I would be pissed because I'd be like, I want to see these guys in the college playoffs. So
well, I think the only time I remember during the BCS is when Miami played Nebraska in 2001 at the Rose Bowl.
mhm.
I want to say Colorado or somebody in their division lost the championship and that Nebraska didn't play in the championship and went. to the BCS. It was like Colorado and somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Um,
remember that. Yeah.
Remember that where it was like, okay, Nebraska because of the number, because they didn't play and then they got sent. I forget. Oh, Colorado beat somebody because they ended up playing, I think, Oregon in the Fiesta that year. Joey Harrington. So I think it was it. It was Nebraska. Was it Nebraska and was it Nebraska? I don't know. I don't remember now.
Was it
I might be.
Oklahoma?
It might be. Yes, I think it was Oklahoma. It was Oklahoma and Colorado, I think, and I forget who won to screw it up. I
I will
think
tell you here in a
Colorado might have
second.
won. Colorado might have won
Yeah.
because they went to the Fiesta to face
Yeah,
Oregon. I
'cause-
think it's the same year. I might be cross-pollinating years.
2001, they got into the BCS National Championship without winning their conference championship, famously earning the 2 spot despite a late season loss to Colorado and Oregon being ranked higher in bowls. It also had to do with how they weighted ranks, like the BCS computers weighting ranks and losses, and
Mhm.
yeah, it ended up in a lopsided loss to Miami in the title game.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Okay, Nebraska entered the final season regular season game undefeated, but were crushed by Colorado 62-36, preventing them from playing in the Big 12 championship game.
Oh wow.
The
Yeah.
BCS math had Oregon number 2. Oh no, human polls did, but the BCS computers favored Nebraska due to fewer losses, placing them ahead of both Colorado and Oregon. So they were 11-1, and they still got it because
Who played? Who did Colorado play in that Big
Um,
12 championship or Big 12 championship? Because that was, I think, was Ananda Kansu, was he on that Nebraska team?
that might have been around the time he was there.
Can't remember. Yeah, I
Um,
might have. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I mix some years together.
Well, that was pre Brett's rankings too, so you got to
That
consider
was
that as
pre
well.
Brett's. That's
That is
right.
very true.
But yeah, so it's interesting. It's a great discussion.
Yeah, the changes are not stopping.
No.
They lost in the
So,
Fiesta Bowl in Sun Devil Stadium. They lost to number 2 Oregon 38
Yeah,
to
that-
16.
no, that I know, but the championship, the
Oh,
Big
the
10,
championship.
the Big
12
12
championship.
They beat Texas 39 to 37. Texas was number 3 in the country at the time.
Okay, that's what happened because Texas had won. They probably would have been Miami, Texas. I want to say. Or
So
would
Colorado
that
just really screwed everything
be-
up. that year.
Colorado
Yep.
screw. Yep, Colorado.
Trying to see who was their main guys on that Colorado team.
It was there's a running back, Chris Henry. No, not Chris Henry. Chris Johnson.
The MVP was Daniel Graham,
No, tight end.
tight
Was
end.
it
Yep.
Chris Johnson, the running back? It was some tall running back they had that went to the NFL, but I don't.
Let's
Chris
see.
Johnson.
Oh, Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Yeah, he played with the Oilers or the Titans. Or yeah, the
Yep.
Titans probably.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, not much offensive players. There wasn't really much other guys that ended up being anything spectacular.
Yeah, I remember Chris Brown. I liked him.
Hmm.
Scored a bunch of touchdowns in one game at one of the big games. I think that big
team
one
was
over
coached by
March.
Gary Barnett that year, Colorado.
That's right, Gary Barnett. I think he's in the stands where Brett's at in Sun Bowl at Lambeau.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, which was actually a good game, the Sun Bowl.
It was a very
Duke
good
and
game.
Arizona State. I've been see the Sun Bowl should sponsor us or do something because I've been promoting the Sun Bowl.
The
for
hell, we
like
should at least get sideline
2
passes.
months. I mean, come on.
So that Texas team that lost to Colorado, quarterback was Chris Sims.
Chris Sims.
Cedric Benson was the freshman
Cedric
running back, and
Benson.
Roy Williams was a sophomore wide receiver. They should not have been losing anybody. I mean, wow, Mac Brown,
That's
head coach
right.
there. Yeah, that was a good team.
That was a good team, yeah. Chris
Okay,
Sims.
enough of me googling old college.
Oh yeah, but
college stats.
I love it. But for the podcast. All right, guys. This has been great. We got Miami against Ole Miss in the semifinal and Indiana, Oregon. Ooh, doggy. Got some good games. Should have been Georgia, Miami. That would have been like was that a double secret around the Couch Bowl? Like we don't count it, but it's really
Yeah,
the
that's
only
like
chance we're gonna
an exhibition match.
get.
I mean,
Well,
we're all cheering for Indiana and Miami here, aren't we, to win these games?
I mean, I know I am.
I am
would
too.
that have been the first around the couch playoff game?
Yeah. If
I
think
don't
if
think
so.
we've. Yeah,
if
okay.
we
Cowboys
yeah,
and
'cause-
Vikings didn't play one, did they? I don't think they did.
no,
Yeah,
not a
I
playoff.
don't think so.
They were close
I don't
to
think
one
we had
year,
any
but
play.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we've had a playoff one.
There was a lot of hopes and dreams.
Well,
Ando.
Solo and I had a bowl game with Syracuse and the Gophers.
Oh,
Yes,
of
we did.
course.
We
The
had a
Pinstripe
bowl
Bowl.
game. Yeah, Pinstripe Bowl. That Clemson and Penn State. It was just but Cade Klubnik played.
Nice.
Didn't help, but he played. He got clubbed around. But remember, you can go to dvrpodcast.com, check out everything we're doing. We just finished up Mayor of Kingstown. So if you haven't watched Mayor of Kingstown season 4, binge it, listen to us. We're covering Stranger Things. We should have you guys covering the finale, right?
Finale
Ando?
episode,
The 2
yeah,
hour.
next week. Yep, we'll have it up next week sometime.
Did you watch it yet? I'm not gonna
Yes,
say anything.
I did.
Okay. Brett, are you caught up or
Yeah, I watched
Oh.
it.
any preview? Do you want to tell Axel what you thought? I mean, not spoilers, but you know what I mean. Like, what were your feelings?
It was all right. It was okay. I love
It didn't break
season
you like
4.
Westworld, though, right?
Well, see, it's not really my genre.
Oh, okay.
So I actually didn't watch the show until about a month ago. My wife and I decided to start from episode 1, season 1, and go all the way through it. And we just managed to catch up like the day before the finale last week. So
That's
it worked
awesome.
out perfectly.
Nice.
It's a fun show. I think season 4 is I enjoyed better than season 5, but season 5 was pretty good.
Ando, anything you want to tease for the pod you'll be doing with Axel and Gina?
My feelings are actually very similar to Brett's. Season 4, I was satisfied. I wasn't blown away, but I was satisfied with the finale. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk to Gina and Axel about it.
And because I won't be on the pod, but I'll say this. I thought season 4 is the greatest season ever. And
Yeah, I
I
do
almost
too.
felt like you could have wrapped it up with a movie. It did seem a lot of really stretched out and a lot of things, but we got a lot of great character stuff that I actually, with following these characters through the years, I actually really enjoyed that stuff, even though it
that's
slows
part
it
of-
down.
And
But
that was some of the complaint about season 4 that a lot of people had, was especially the first couple episodes were very long and seemed padded, but I loved it because it was
I
more time with
loved
the
it.
characters, which I love. So
exactly, and it's hard to with the whole Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour not getting along, and I kept focusing on how they were shot in scenes
yeah,
versus
not a lot of stuff together, I don't think.
not a lot. There's some. I mean, even the profile shots of them, I was like, "Is that real?
Yeah.
Like, do we know
Oh, I
why
didn't
they hate
know
each
I didn't
other?
know about that.
Do we know why they hated each other or don't like each
It's
other?
that's all rumor milk kind of stuff. There
Okay.
hasn't actually been any real, but it's been a rumor mill that there was some like yelling or something kind of arguments and stuff. So who knows what? I hate speculating about that stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
How do
yeah.
you know? We weren't
You
there.
don't. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's none of our business, to be honest.
That's true.
You know, it really is. I just want them to all get along.
Yes.
But I was very satisfied. I didn't think this season was unbelievable, but I had a great time watching it. I
Mhm.
love these characters, and I was very satisfied. I thought they ended it very nicely, and I wanted pretty much it ended in a nice way and not a freaking David Fincher way. Even though I love David Fincher, he's one of my favorite all-time directors. But it's not like a 7. But
yeah, we didn't
get a 7 ending.
we didn't need a red
We got an
wedding at the
11
end or
ending,
anything. Yeah.
is what we got. But but yeah, no, I was very satisfied and enjoyed it, and it's probably one of my top 25 favorite shows of all time. That's how much I loved it and brought back to my childhood.
Mhm.
And I just thought it was awesome. I mean, and then we watched E.T. after. I hadn't seen
Oh.
E.T. in a long time.
I watched
Very
that maybe
long
2
time.
years ago with the boys. That really holds up well. It's an awesome
I
film.
couldn't get over and I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise, but how awesome it was. I
Mhm.
hadn't seen it in a while. It brought me back to when I was a kid in the theater crying. Me and my wife would just have, you look at ET, and ET's like kind of like a little dumpy, like not the best, but
A
for
weird
what
little
they did
troll
in
looking thing. Yeah.
1982, just of course, then the week before I watched Gremlins, so it's like, but ET just shot up my film list. What rewatching it to prominence because
It's a great film.
and as a kid, it was so because I mean, you'd be like, what would I do as a kid? Hide ET. Now I'm stepping on the film list in 5 years, but you know,
It's okay. We'll
I
be able to
just
talk about it in a few. So turn into the film list if you want to hear us talk more about
yeah,
films, right?
the
So
film list. Me and Andy do a pod where I count down my 1,000 favorite films of all time. It's a lot of fun. So please check that out, leave us a review, and also for this pod, and become a patron. For a couple bucks a month, you become a patron at Patreon/DVR. Boy, it's the new year now, boys, and we're on another journey. Playoffs are coming up. College football. We even got the Division 3 Stag Bowl and the Division 1 AA/FBS championship. I love those stupid games. But you know what's weird? Last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with. I love, of course, the college football. 1 AA, love the playoffs, love watching it. Division 3, I just dig the semifinals, and I always been like Mount Union, North Central. I just love watching those gritty teams. Division 2, I just don't care about. I don't know what. Why do I like Division 1 AA and 3, but two, I don't know.
it
It's
might be
weird.
like seeing like I don't want to say I'll die on this hill, but I've been to a lot of well, not a lot, but I've been to a few minor league baseball games over the years.
Mhm.
Rookie ball and single A ball is always way more fun than going to a triple A game. Always. And
Wow.
I don't know why. I think there's just more joy in the rookie ball. And most of these guys know they're not going anywhere. They're just playing this for the
Yeah.
love of the game. The AAA guys are like, oh, we're gonna play. I'd rather be in the majors, but I don't want to be here. Kind of rookie ball is like some of the funnest baseball to ever see because those guys just love playing and they're doing it just for the love of the game.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of it.
Yeah, I think Division 3 reminds me when I played football in high school because it's, just that level.
Hmm.
It just I think that brings me closer. 1 AA I like because there's a lot of schools I like Rhode
Hmm.
Island, URI. I follow Rhode Island football. My uncle played there, so like URI, I'm kind of like into, and just the thing. I guess I don't know Division 2 Ferris Bueller State, and Garden State or whatever. It's like I don't.
We've got a
I
pretty good
guess
one, not too far. Minnesota State, well, it used to be Mankato State, is usually pretty decent. That's nearby
right.
here, so I've been to quite a few of those games. But yeah, they're
That
just
might
not.
be it. I think because when I finished high school in Pennsylvania, I knew about Slippery Rock, Kutztown, like those. So if they're in it, I definitely check it out. IUP. I thought
Hmm.
about going to IUP, So it was like, I guess that is why it's the relation to the colleges, I think.
Yeah.
That might be a part of it. But hey, just a little, inside
So
the mind of
let's
Heath
get out of
Solo.
here, and then next week we'll be back with our playoff preview, which is always a
Okay.
very fun
Oh,
podcast.
that's always a favorite
I actually
of
may want to
mine.
split this up into two pods, man. I think we just blew through like
Oh, did we?
Did
I
we?
don't know,
Well, that's
maybe not
okay.
quite 2 hours, but
Well, we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see what Axel
It'll
wants
give
to
him
do.
something to listen to in the shower. We'll be good.
Yeah, he'll probably leave it in. But a little extra, hey, it's playoffs. The playoffs. But yeah, you're right, Ando. It's the playoff preview is always a fun pod. So all right. Let's get out of here. For Axel Foley, for Mr. Brett, for Dr. Ando, I'm Heath Solo. We'll see you next time on Around the Coach.